Right, just burnt them in an inferno or something.
Yeah, so that's one. And then two, which still to me is Occam's razor, because these guys to me were vampires. And I believe in that. So that they just, hey, they killed them. Whatever they did back then, shot him in the heart or something, however they executed a criminal. And they, got up from the dead because they were the undead and got at it. And that's why you don't see them.
Yeah,
and they were smart enough to close up the vault again.
Yeah, when I kind of join up with the prior, in that I think some community people, especially in a community like that, there's a lot of weirdness going on. There's a lot of hoodoo and voodoo. I don't think it's beyond the realm of people that they raided those tombs and took matters into their own hands.
Absolutely, yeah.
So incredible, though.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd bring that up to you. And folks, listen, KJ and I are cut from the same cloth in that if you have anything to contribute to this, reach out to us, as always, at BigfootTerrorInTheWoods.com and give us your input.
Yeah, contact us. Yeah, let us know, man. We love hearing from you, and we will acknowledge you in most cases, and we will definitely look into ideas that you have and talk about the idea you have, like in this case.
By acknowledging them, do we actually have to talk to people?
Sometimes.
All right.
Sometimes.
All right. Occam's razor.
You don't have to look directly at them. You have to talk to them.
By the way, folks, if you hear me getting a little raspy or coughing, I'm just getting over COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, I had COVID a week ago, and I'm on the back end of it now. It was hell. And I tested once negative 2 days ago, and I'm going to do it again tonight after midnight. And I feel better, much better.
Well, you know what they say, Bill? You know how you catch COVID?
On roller skates?
No, you take a test for it.
So, what do we have today? Cryptids in the news and other oddities.
Interestingly enough, so, Bill and I rarely share what we're going to talk about with one another. Like, I don't know what account he's going to do tonight, and he doesn't know what I'm going to do with Cryptids in the news and other oddities. And I didn't know he was going to talk about the two vampires. And it just so happens we're going to get to creep on again. We might be on a record-setting pace of getting the creep on. But it is winter, it is dark, it is cold and dreary, and we're going to Transylvania.
Transylvania is such a freaking powder keg. When you look at pictures of the current city of Transylvania, like you were talking about that guy you met that looked like Eddie Munster.
Well, he was a vampire that was 600 years old. Other than that, he did look like Eddie Munster.
Yeah, and the city looks beautiful and quaint. Nice little buildings with spires on the roofs. And
beautiful, long history of burning witches and stuff like that. Yeah.
Bloody ballads.
Vlad the Impaler, driving stakes through people and posting them on posts outside of his castle just to let people know, like, probably don't want to come here, black-eyed children, unless you want to end up on posts.
Yeah, well, that's one way to win a local election.
Exactly. And, you're saying how pretty the cities are, but, Bill, they say the forests are not so pretty. And we are going to go tonight to the creepiest forest in Transylvania.
One over another.
It's not even a contest.
Okay.
So forget about Count Dracula's castle, Vlad the Impaler, burning witches in the city square. We're going to Hoya Bashu.
Oh, that's that freaking small forest where they claim
60-acre freak show forest. Everything from demons, gray people, gray shadow people, whatever you want to call them. UFOs in modern day. Just crazy place.
Yeah.
And it's only 60 acres, which, folks, that's pretty small for a forest.
That's right, and to have such concentrated activity.
Yeah, and then it has, in the center of it, or near the center of it, what they call the rotunda, which is this bare patch of land. Looks to be, maybe about 200 feet by 200 feet, a circle. So 200 feet in diameter. We have these dense, creepy, twisty trees that grow nowhere else in Transylvania, except this forest. So they're really twisty in shape. I'll put some pictures of them up on our website, BigfootTerrorInTheWoods.com, under episode 236. And then you have this bare patch of land in the middle where people have had these absolute creep show experiences when they try to spend the night in this area of the forest.
I have seen pictures of these trees, and it is the most bizarre thing that they're all gnarly and twisted and deformed. And, why?
Well, and, like where I live out at the coast here in North Carolina, we have a small, forest is very generous, lightly wooded area right on the beach in Fort Fisher, North Carolina. If any of you North Kakalakis, you know what I'm talking about. And they have these live oaks down there that are, twisty and stuff like that, but they're not creepy looking. They're kind of cool looking. These twisty trees are creepy looking.
Yeah, it's like they're by design. Wicked looking, or just, they look like they're out of a haunted freaking movie.
Well, yeah, not to mention the fact that they're in Transylvania.
Yeah, I don't understand this stuff. And that rotunda, where nothing grows.
Yep.
Everything grows around it, There's
dense trees.
yeah, there's soil in there.
And that's like sandy looking area, and nothing has grown for 1,000 years.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah.
Do you know that years ago, Josh Gates went in there with his crew, probably a decade ago, from Expedition Unknown?
Yeah.
And they were setting up, each person was voluntarily going out into the rotunda alone, kind of wired.
Yeah, with the camera on him and that.
That's correct. And one of the guys got blasted out of the
I don't know
camera.
what to do.
It looked like a 300-mile-an-hour hurricane.
Like a jet engine turned on in front of him and blew him across the rotunda.
Yeah, and he was in a bad way.
Yeah, would never go back, and
Yeah.
they stopped filming, like definitely not part of production, and he had these deep gashes in his forearms,
Yeah.
not from like falling, but like something grabbed onto him, which wasn't slid down.
Even Josh said he was crying and everything, and he was just like, from just sitting in there talking to them in the dog, blam, flying out of the picture, and then of course they went to his aid, and the rest is history, as you say. What the heck did that?
Exactly. Exactly.
What's the name of the forest again?
It is Hoya Bashu. That's how you pronounce it, but it's Hoiabaciu.
Really, bro?
And it's hard to pronounce the stuff in Romania.
Oh, sure, they have their own.
I forgot about it.
For some reason, they don't speak English, Bill. I don't know. Like, what's up? Why do you have to rebel against this?
What did you say? I'm going to bite your neck.
Oh, sorry. Let me close my shutters here.
Let me speak plainly to you, comrade.
Oh, I got frightened. Oh, it's this dog now. Looking in my window. That's good.
Now, is there anything locally about the history of this place? Any suspicions or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the stories go on for years and years there, and it's actually named, the forest, Hoya Bashu, is named after a shepherd who went missing in the forest with a flock of 200 sheep. So way back when, they named the forest after this guy who just disappeared with all of his sheep.
So a couple of hundred sheep and shepherd. Oh, God.
Never to be seen again, no trace of him. And then get this, Bill. So in 1968, modern day, relatively speaking, it came to international attention when a guy named Emil Bardia, who's a military technician,
What am I supposed to do,
UFO
bro?
hovering over the rotunda.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, and this is important, Bill. We talk about this a lot in our different sightings, and they say in the story, what differentiates this story